afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Roberto Hernandez Stadium for Peach Belt baseball action. Game one of a three-game set between the USC Aiken Pacers and the visiting Georgia Southwestern Hurricanes. I'm Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us today. A little bit of a weather delay. Originally, this game was scheduled for 5 o'clock. Now we've bumped it back to 7. We're ready to get the action going. Jacob Fletcher, the starting pitcher for the 25-14 Pacers. Fletcher coming into the game, making his 11th start on the year, 6-1 record, 3.23 ERA, as he deals a first pitch strike to get us underway. 69 and 2/3 innings pitched, 55 hits, 27 runs, 25 of those earned, 51 strikeouts, 11 walks, and opponents batting .219 on the righty. Leading things off for Georgia Southwestern is Jake Blindstrom. Blindstrom, top hitter for the team, .371 batting average as he fouls it off to keep the count at 0-2. Has 1 home run, 23 RBIs. He's on base percentage .483, slugging .479. And the 0-2 again, high and outside for a ball. As we said, Pacers 17-4 overall in Peach Belt play. Georgia Southwestern right now sitting as the third place team at 14-7. And so this is a big series for both teams in terms of regular season championship standings. Check swing, did he go? No, he did not. Pitch was high, 2-2. The Pacers first place at 17-4. Young Harris in second place at 18-6. And Georgia Southwestern again in third at 14-7. 2-2 pitch is fouled off out of play as well. Take a look at the Pacer defense. Behind the plate catching Marcus Mastalone. First base is Joe Mazingo. Second baseman is Caden Blankenship with Justin Bird over at short. And at third base, Nick Tripp manning the hot corner. 2-2 pitch from Fletcher. Goes off speed, misses outside, full count. Move on into the outfield. Josh Sharp is in left field. Right fielder is Luke Parker. And in center field, the veteran Jackson Hannon. Payoff pitch, 3-2, fouled off again. Lindstrom has worked 24 walks this season and 140 at-bats. And just missed outside. And there's the walk number 25 for the leadoff man.
Third baseman number 3, Miles Hartsfield.
Miles Hartsfield will dig in now with a runner on first and nobody out. Hartsfield batting .265 on the year. He has 1 home run, 17 RBIs, slugging .348 on the year. And his on-base percentage is just a touch over 400. Goes after the first pitch and rockets it out to deep right field. That one's going to go all the way to the track and off the wall. Extra bases as it's bobbled. This will score a run. So it's call this a double for Hartsfield, which drives in the run. The ball was bobbled out in right field, allowing everybody to get an extra base. They're going to score that an RBI double. RBI double for Hartsfield, and the Hurricanes are on the board, 1-0. Corey Lee, now the batter, takes a first pitch strike. .292 average for Lee. 1 homer, 17 RBIs, in there for a call strike, 0-2. Lee slugging .358 on the season. So the top half of the order here for the Hurricanes is pretty well stacked. And they're proving it now with a runner on third, nobody out, and already up 1-0 on the Pacers.
What was the second pitch? I got a strike on the first thing. Was it strike looking and strike swinging? Looking?
Tried to get him to chase outside. Two-seamer just missed. Cutter just missed. Two-seamer moves the other way. 1-2 count at the plate. Low and away again. Can't get him to chase. The count now 2-2 on the Hurricane second baseman. And Fletcher deals. That one fouled off into the screen. We'll do it over. Again, the 2-2. Fly ball out into center field. This should bring home a run. Hannon drifting over, makes the catch. Runner tags. And the throw will be cut off at the mound, so a sacrifice fly for Lee makes it a 2-0 ball game.
The catcher, number 29, Calvin Alexander.
So Calvin Alexander will dig in now. Nobody on and one out. 2-0 score for Georgia Southwestern. Alexander with a .215 average on the year as he takes a first pitch strike. However, he's got some power in his bat. 8 home runs, which leads the team, along with 28 RBIs. And both of those are first place on the team in the offensive category. Slugging .446 on the year, as this pitch just misses outside, 1-1. The 1-1 delivery, swing and a miss. Took a couple miles per hour off of the pitch and got him to chase. Popped it up behind the plate and out of play. And the 1-2, checked his swing, did he go? Yes, he did, says the home plate umpire. A strikeout of Alexander, and there are 2 away here in the top of the first. DH Reed Ragsdale will dig in now. Nobody on and 2 out for Ragsdale. Hitting .347, 1 homer, 9 RBIs, slugging .493 on the year. And the first pitch outside corner called to strike. The 0-1. Dropped out of the strike zone, 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch is fouled off, so we'll do it over. Just missed outside. Couldn't get the call on the curveball, and it's 2-2. Fouls off a fastball. Keeps the count frozen at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Fletcher deals, and another foul ball. Another 2-2 pitch, and another foul ball. Ragsdale battling at the plate. Foul tipped into the glove and held on to by Mastalone to finally put an end to Ragsdale's at bat, but the Hurricanes strike first, plating 2 runs in the top of the first. We go to the home half. Pacers coming to bat. And welcome back, folks. Bottom of the first inning about to get underway. Pacers trailing the Hurricanes 2-0, and they will have to deal with Nick McCollum as the starting pitcher for Georgia Southwestern. McCollum with a 3.18 ERA in his 9 starts on the year. 5-2 record overall, including 2 complete game shutouts, 65 innings pitched, 64 hits, 25 runs, 23 of those earned, 68 strikeouts to only 10 walks on the year, and opponents only batting at .249. Well, Josh Sharp will lead things off for USC Aiken, and the first pitch is right down the middle for strike 1. Sharp batting .314 on the year, 18 RBIs, slugging .390, and Sharp fouls it off 0-2. .02 on its way and fouled off again. And the pitch to Sharp just misses outside, 1-2. Reaches out and pops this one up into center field, and the catch will be made by Chris Patterson for the first out. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Hurricanes defense. As we just said, Patterson's in center field. Jake Blindstrup is manning left field, and over in right field we have Garrett Bradley. Into the infield, Calvin Alexander catching for the pitcher McCollum. Over at first base is Paul Hegeman, as this one is ripped out into right field, just out of the reach of Corey Lee at second. And Jackson Hannon will have a one-out single. That will increase his batting average a little bit. He was just batting .301 coming into the game. 30 RBIs, a slugging percentage of .405 for Hannon, and all that's gone up just a little bit as we see Justin Bird dig in now with a runner on first. Bird batting .230 on the year. He has 4 home runs, 30 RBIs. Slugging .375 as the first pitch is in there for a strike. Going back to the defensive lineup here for the Hurricanes, Corey Lee, as we just said, is at second base. Miles Hartfield at third. Over at shortstop is Victor Sanchez. Check throw over to first base, very close, but Hannon just gets back in time. Runner goes, and the pitch is fouled off. Hit and run was in play, and bases couldn't get it to go in the field of play. The 0-2 pitch to Bird, and it's low and away. Bird holds off 1-2. Another check throw to first base, and again, Hannon back safely. Low and outside, 2-2. Fouled off out of play once again. Count stays frozen at 2-2. Check throw to first base again. Hannon back safely again. Hannon a threat on the base path. 13 of 15 on the year in stolen bases. As he takes off again, pitches low. The throw to second is not in time. Make it 14 for 16 on the year for Hannon. Full count at the plate for Justin Bird. Payoff pitch from McCollum. This one is skied into the air into right field. Coming over and making the catch is Bradley. Hannon will hold up, and they're 2 away. First baseman Joe Mazingo will step up to the plate now. Runner on second with 2 outs. Mazingo, .395 batting average on the year. No homers, but 20 RBIs, also slugging .457 on the year. And the first pitch to Mazingo fouled straight back. Strike one. The 0-1 is low, 1-1. Pitch is outside. Mazingo holds off, 2-1. Just hits the outside corner, 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off, will do it over. Another foul ball here from Mazingo. And McCollum deals. Low and away. Mazingo holds off, and the count is full. And the payoff pitch. Reaches out, pops it up, foul territory, and out of play. And again, the 3-2. Popped up and out of play. Mazingo stepping back in. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner on second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And McCollum steps off the rubber to send Hannon back to the bag. And the pitch. Right back to the mound. McCollum has it, tosses it to first to close out the bottom of the first inning. Pacers leave a man stranded. We're off to the second. Hurricanes lead it 2-0. We move on to the top of the second inning. Hurricanes leading it off with Victor Sanchez, the shortstop. Hurricanes lead the Pacers 2-0 here as Fletcher gets set to deal. First pitch, a one-hopper to short. Grabbed by Bird, fires it to first, one away. Garrett Bradley will dig in now. Bradley working with a .315 average on the season, has 7 RBIs. Good on-base percentage, .472 on-base percentage. Puts him in the top 3 for the team. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Made right down the middle, 0-2. Upstairs and outside, 1-2. Well, Fletcher been getting a lot of 0-2 counts here and then just can't quite get them to chase the put-away pitch. We'll see how he does with the 1-2. Up and in, 2-2. High fly ball right near second base, and the catch will be made just in the outfield by Blankenship for the second out. That'll bring up first baseman Paul Hageman. First pitch missing for ball 1. Hageman batting .240 on the season, 4 homers, 22 RBIs, and a slugging percentage of .405. Good pitch from Fletcher, 1-1. Hits the outside corner, gets the call, 1-2. Ground ball to the right side. Nice backhanded grab at first. Throw to Fletcher, who steps on the bag. And that'll do it, a 1-2-3 inning. Joe Mazingo showing some nice defense over at first base as the Hurricanes go down in order. We move on to the bottom of the second. Still 2-0, Georgia Southwestern. Into the bottom of the second we go. Nick Tripp will lead it off for USC Aiken. Tripp coming into today's game, batting .295 with 7 home runs and 21 RBIs. His 7 homers are best on the team. Also boasting a .508 slugging percentage, also top number on the squad by at least 100 points. And a check swing, slow ground ball to short. Throw to first, one away. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Caden Usry. Usry with a .273 average on the year, making only his 9th start of the season. And goes after the first pitch, and it's a ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. So Luke Parker will step up to the plate now. Runner on first base after Usry's single. Parker, .287 average on the year. Pair of home runs and 17 RBIs. Parker also slugging .380 on the season. Goes after the first pitch, fouls it off out of play for strike one. The 0-1 pitch, just missed low, 1-1. Pitch outside, and it's 2-1. Chopper to third. They're going to try to turn two. There's one. The throw to first is not in time. Parker able to beat out the double play to keep the inning alive. Caden Blankenship digs in. Blankenship, .289 average on the year. 2 homers, 17 RBIs. A check throw over to first base. Parker makes it back safely. Swing and a miss on the first pitch, strike one. The 0-1, popped it up. Very shallow left field, and the catch will be made by the shortstop Sanchez for the third and final out. The Pacers leave another one stranded as we head into the third. Still 2-0, Georgia Southwestern. So the top of the third inning will get underway. Chris Patterson, the number 9 hitter, will lead it off for the Hurricanes. Patterson batting just under the Mendoza line as he foul tips the first pitch for strike 1. 16 RBIs on the year, though. Outside for a ball, 1-1. But despite the low batting average, he has quite a high on-base percentage of .341, so he does get on base. The 1-1 pitch is outside, 2-1. And the 2-1 on the corner outside, 2-2. Foul tip into the glove of Mastalone for the strikeout. A one away as Lindström returns to the plate. Lindström walked and scored back in the first inning. Pitch in there for a call strike, 0-1. And the 1-1 pitch is fouled off into the screen. 1-2. Inside, and I think that hit Lindström, so he will take first base on the hit by pitch.
Third baseman number 3, Miles Hartsfield.
Miles Hartsfield steps up to the plate. RBI double in the first, and a run scored as well. As we have a check throw over to the bag, not in time. Another check throw to first base, and again, not in time. Lindström was 16 stolen bases and 20 attempts. Pitch is low, 1-0. One-0 pitch right down the middle, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Sliced out the opposite way. That'll drop in for at least a base hit. Throw comes into third. Not going to be in time. Hartfield picks up a single. And there are runners on the corners for the Hurricanes with only one out.
Second baseman number 23, Corey Lee.
That'll bring up Corey Lee. Sacrifice fly in the first, which drove in Hartsfield, and he's got a runner on third. Chance to add a little insurance here with only one out. Check throw over to first base, not in time. infield playing at double play depth, as that'll get them out of this jam if they get one on the ground. Another check throw to first, much closer this time, but again, not in time. And Fletcher deals. Good pitch down the middle, strike one. Check throw to first, not in time. The 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. Another check throw to the bag, and again, not in time. Fletcher focusing a lot on Hartsfield. Hartsfield, 13 of 17 in stolen bases on the season as the pitch misses low. Another check throw to the bag, and once again, not in time. And the 1-2, fouled off. We'll do it over. And the 1-2, just missed outside, tried to get him to chase, but Corey Lee able to hold off. And the 2-2 from Fletcher. Shot on out into deep left field. Making the catches. Sharp runner will tag from third. It's another sacrifice fly for Lee. And the Hurricanes now lead at 3-0.
The catcher number 29, Calvin Alexander.
Well, Calvin Alexander steps up to the plate. 2 outs and a runner on first. 3-0 score here in the top of the third. Alexander struck out in his first at-bat, 0 for 1 today. Check throw to first, ball, well, in and out of the glove of Mozingo as he tried to apply the tag. Another check throw to first, and they got him! It took a few tries, but Fletcher able to pick off Hartsfield for the third and final out, but not before the Hurricanes get another run. It's 3-0 as we head into the bottom of the third inning. Bottom of the third inning, Marcus Mastalone leading it off for the Pacers as they trail the Hurricanes 3-0. Mastalone, the only Pacer that hasn't been able to get to the plate just yet, takes the first pitch strike. Mastalone batting .209 on the year. He has 6 RBIs. And the 0-1 on its way, low and outside, 1-1. In there for a strike. Pitch missed, evens the count up at 2-2. Slap the other way, nice diving stop at first. The flip to the bag is in time. Paula Hageman laid out and made the grab. And heads up by Nick McCollum to get over to cover the bag in time. Brings us back to the top of the order with Josh Sharp. Flew out to center in his first at-bat. First pitch is fouled off out of play, strike one. A little soft fly ball into shallow center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. And the Pacers once again get a one-out single from their second batter of the inning, and that'll bring up Jackson Hannon, who picked up a single in his last at-bat along with a stolen base. Pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Check throw to first, not in time. Another check throw to first base, and again, not in time. Runner goes. Pitch is in there for a strike. The throw to second, not going to be in time as the catch was not made. So a stolen base for Josh Sharp to put a runner in scoring position for the Pacers. 0-2 count at the plate to Jackson Hannon. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Alexander for the second out. That'll bring up Justin Bird. Bird 0 for 1 with a fly out. McCollum's first pitch to Bird is low for ball one. Low and away, 2-0. Right down the middle, 2 balls and 1 strike. Two 2-1 pitch on its way. This one will get fouled off out of play, and it's 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball, right-hand side. Will it be caught in fair territory for the third and final out? Long run there for Bradley, but he was able to cover the distance and make the catch for the third out. And again, the Pacers leave one stranded as we head into the fourth. And welcome back, folks. We move on to the top of the fourth inning. Hurricanes leading the Pacers 3-0 as Calvin Alexander swings and misses at the first pitch for strike one. Alexander had his last at-bat interrupted when Hartsfield was picked off at first. He's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Alexander down on strikes for the second time today.
Who doesn't need a hitter? Reed Ragsdale.
Reed Ragsdale digs in now, 1 out and nobody on. Ragsdale also the victim of a strikeout, 0 for 1 today. Tries to lay down a bunt and goes right through it. Strike one.
If I did a bad job.
Tried to check his swing, could not. And the count is 0-2.
You can fire me. Right.
0-2 pitch on its way, high and outside. 1-2. Fouled off into the screen. We'll do it over. And again, the 1-2. Fly ball into left field. Right near the line. The catch is made by Josh Sharp for the second out. Victor Sanchez steps back up to the plate, grounded to short in his first at-bat.
Victor Sanchez.
First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball. Right field this time. And there to make the catch for the third and final out is Luke Barker. So 1-2-3, top half of the fourth. We go to the home half. Pacers still down by 3. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the fourth inning getting underway between the Hurricanes and the Pacers. Game 1 of the 3-game weekend set. Pacers down 3-0 against the Hurricanes. As Joe Mozingo steps up to the plate. Mozingo grounded out to the mound his first time up after a long at-bat, and he lets the first pitch curveball go by for ball 1. The 1-0. Upstairs, 2-0. Turned on and hit high into the air, left-hand side. That's going to end up in the batting cages here at the Burt for strike 1. In there for a call strike, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Mozingo down on strikes for the first out. That'll bring up Nick Tripp. Tripp grounded out to short in his first at-bat of the game. 1 out and nobody on here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Foul ball out of play, 0-1. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Tripp able to hold off on a pitch in the dirt. And the 1-2 on its way. Hit the other way and foul. Check swing, and he ends up foul tipping it into the glove of Alexander for the strikeout and the second out of the inning. Well, Caden Usry will dig in. Usry picked up a single in his last at-bat, 1 for 1 today. 2 outs and nobody on for the Pacers' designated hitter. First pitch, fastball right down the pipe for strike 1. Foul ball right off the end of the bat, and it's 0-2. Couldn't get him to chase. Us were able to lay off of it, and it's 1-2. Again, tried to get him to chase outside, checked his swing, and the appeal says he indeed did. And it's 2-2. Ground ball through the left side for a base hit. A 2-out single by Usry keeps the inning alive for the Pacers as Luke Parker digs in. Reached on a fielder's choice, using his speed to cancel out a potential double play ball in the second inning. First pitch right down the middle, strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch hit the other way in the air, and it will be caught by the right fielder Bradley for the third and final out. And once again, the Pacers leave a man stranded. We go to the 5th. It's 3-0. Georgia Southwestern. And welcome back, folks. Top of the fifth inning getting underway, and leading it off for the Hurricanes is Garrett Bradley. And the count is evened up at 1-1 as the second pitch missed high and away. Bradley popped out to second in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1 today. Jacob Fletcher continuing to deal on the mound, as this one is skied in the air to left field. And right there to make the catch is Sharp for the first out. Paul Hageman will dig in now, grounded out to first in his last at-bat. He's also 0 for 1 today. There's another ground ball to first, and once again, Hageman down on the 3U as Joe Mazingo takes the out himself.
The center fielder, Chris Patterson.
And the number 9 hitter, Chris Patterson, steps back up to the plate, struck out in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the fifth. First pitch fouled off, strike 1. Low and away, and it's 1-1. Turned on and sent high into the air in left field. Sharp. He doesn't know where it is. Nobody knew where it was. And the ball ends up landing right near Jackson Hannon, who was coming over to cover. And even though you want to call that an error, it does go into the books as a base hit.
Left fielder, Jake Lindstrom.
Sharp just lost it in the lights, and Hannon couldn't get over in time to back him up. So a 2-out single for Patterson. Actually, make that a 2-out double for Patterson. And that brings us back to the top of the order, and that's a big play, too, because the top of the order has been tough for Fletcher. Lindstrom has been hit by a pitch and walked, and he's come around to score both times he's been at the plate. Pitch just misses inside, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch fouled off into the screen, and it's 1-2. And the 1-2 from Fletcher. Outside, 2-2. No action in the Pacer bullpen yet. And this one is fouled off out of play. We'll do it over. And the 2-2 just missed the corner. Fletcher frustrated that he didn't get the call. And the count is full. to call a time here. And they just awarded Lindstrom first base on a 3-2 count. Well, it's the first time we've seen it this year, but a pitch clock violation results in a walk for Lindstrom. And that will bring up Hartsfield. This one fouled off by Hartsfield. Hartsfield is 2 for 2 today. He's picked up an RBI double and a single. Again, another tough one to get out. Pitch hits the outside corner, and that one is called a strike, 1-2. And the 1-2. And he gets him looking. Fletcher puts it right back in the same spot, and Hartsfield down for the third and final out. Fletcher gets out of the jam as the Hurricanes leave 2 on base. We're off to the bottom of the 5th. It's still 3-0 Georgia Southwestern. The bottom of the 5th will get underway. Pacers will lead it off with Caden Blankenship. Blankenship 0 for 1 today, popped out to shorten his first at bat. And the attempted bunt is sent foul for strike 1. bullpens are still empty as both these pitchers have been cruising so far. Pitch in there for a strike, 0-2. Only blemish is on Fletcher with only 3 runs given up on 3 hits. Pitch outside, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Blankenship down on strikes for the first out. Now Marcus Mastalone will dig in. Grounded out to first in his first at-bat, 0 for 1 today. Tries to, or shows a bunt, pulls it back. Just missed low. All right, down the middle, called a strike. And the count now 1-2 on the Pacer catcher. Swing and a miss. Mastalone down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts will bring us back to the top of the order with Josh Sharp. Sharp singled and stole a base in his last at-bat, 1 for 2 today. And this one is sent high into the air, shallow right field. And a catch will be made by Bradley for the third and final out. A 1-2-3 inning. We're off to the 6th. Pacers still down 3-0. So we move on to the top of the 6th inning. Jacob Fletcher continuing to work. Pacers do have some troops out in the bullpen right now as the first pitch is in there for a strike on Corey Lee. Lee has yet to register an at-bat. 2 sacrifice flies and 2 RBIs. And he puts another fly ball out into right field. Bit of a run here, but coming over and making the catch is Luke Parker for the first out. Calvin Alexander will step back up to the plate, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Ooh, high and inside. Alexander barely even flinched as that ball came up and in. And the 1-0. A one-hopper through the left side for a base hit. So Alexander aboard with a one-out single. And that will bring up Reed Ragsdale, the designated hitter, 0 for 2 today.
The designated hitter, Reed Ragsdale.
And Fletcher deals. First pitch in there for a strike. Line right to second. Can they turn two? The throw to first. Not in time. Mazingo made a nice little scoop there as the ball was just thrown straight into the ground. Even on target, though, no guarantee that they would have been able to double him up.
The shortstop, Victor Sanchez.
That'll bring up Victor Sanchez. Sanchez 0 for 2 today. Flew out to right his last time up. Runner on first with 2 down here in the top of the 6th inning. High and inside, ball 1. The 1-0. Curveball misses up and in, 2-0. Two-0 pitch hits the outside corner. 2-1. The 2-1 fouled off, and it's 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Hit out into left center field. That's going to split the outfielders and go to the wall. 1 run will score. It is an RBI double for Victor Sanchez, and the Hurricanes have made it 4-0. And so Garrett Bradley will dig in now with a runner on second and 2 outs. He is also 0 for 2 this afternoon. First pitch, lower inside corner, called a strike, 0-1. Came in and hit him on the elbow guard. And Garrett Bradley will take first on the hit by pitch.
The first baseman, Paul Hageman.
And Pacers are going to have a quick meeting on the mound. We'll take a short break. Be right back. the meeting has come to a close. Just trying to settle down Fletcher, see if he can get out of this inning with minimal damage. 2 on and 2 out. First pitch outside to Paul Hageman. Hageman 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to first in his last at-bat. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch hits the outside corner. 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch just missed outside. 2-2. Two on its way. Swing and a miss. Hageman down on strikes for the third and final out. Hurricanes leave 2 stranded, but they do bring one home 1 run as they lead the Pacers now 4-0, headed into the bottom of the 6th inning. And into the bottom of the 6th we go. Pacers trailing 4-0, but on this swing, it is 4-1. A blast by Jackson Hannon on the first pitch he sees of the inning. And the Pacers have cut the deficit back down to 3. That's one way to liven up the bench. Jackson Hannon with a laser shot over the wall in left field to get the Pacers on the board. And we'll see if that lights a spark under this Pacers squad. Justin Bird will now come up to the plate. He is 0 for 2 today. And he swings and misses on a pitch outside for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch on the outside corner, 0-2. Just misses 1-2. Checked his swing on a pitch low and away. The appeal down to first confirms it, and the count evens up at 2-2. Bounced in front of home plate, and the count is full. Fouled into the screen, we'll do it over. And again, the 3-2. High and outside, ball 4. And Bird with the walk to put a runner on first with nobody out for the Pacers. And so Joe Mazingo will step up to the plate. Runner on first with nobody out. Mazingo 0 for 2 today. Perkins do have some folks out in their bullpen, but nobody actually warming up just yet. Leaving it in the hands of Nick McCollum. And the first pitch bounces in front of home plate. Good job there by Alexander to keep that ball in front of him. And the count is 1-0. 1-0 pitch, high and in, 2-0. Delivery is upstairs, 3 balls and no strikes to Mazingo. Hits the outside corner. Mazingo thought he had ball 4, but umpire with a very generous call for McCollum. And a foul tip straight back into the helmet there of the catcher, Alexander. And the count now suddenly full on Mazingo. Check throw to first base, not in time. Bird back safely. And the payoff pitch, runner goes. Fouled off out of play. And again, the payoff pitch. Runner goes. This one is sent on out to left field. That'll be a base hit. Bird is going to go for third, and he makes it in there safely. Good piece of hitting by Mazingo. Picks up the single, moves the runner to third, and the Pacers have something brewing here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Runners on the corners as Nick Tripp steps up to the plate. And no surprise here, we're going to have a meeting on the mound for the Hurricanes. If this isn't for a pitching change, this is to get some more time for the pitchers to warm up. We'll take a break. Be right back. Break comes to a close. McCollum will stay in there with runners on the corners and nobody out, and Nick Tripp at the plate. And Tripp, a slow ground ball back to the mound. They're only going to have one play. That's to first. A productive out for Tripp as he brings home Bird. Well, Bird scores on the ground out by Nick Tripp. Mozingo advances to second, and the score now 4-2 Hurricanes. Bases have cut the deficit again. Gaden Usry singled in his last at-bat. He's 2 for 2 today, and I'm sure he would love to get his third hit of the afternoon right here and now. Goes after the first pitch, sends it foul for strike one. McCollum just steps off the mound. Crowd calling for a balk as, indeed, McCollum stepped towards third base before making a turn to second. There's the 0-1. This is low and away. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch on the corner, 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Usry chased a pitch way out of the zone for the second out. That'll bring up Luke Parker. Parker 0 for 2 today. He's reached on a fielder's choice and flown out to right. Runner still on second base for the Pacers with 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pacers have cut the Hurricane lead back to 2 as they've scored a pair of runs in this inning. Pitch is low, ball 1. Up and in, 2-0. Two-0 pitch, upper part of the zone, gets the call, 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch right down the middle, 2-2. Ball bounces in the dirt, and the count is full on Parker. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second, bottom of the 6th inning. Pacers down by 2. And Parker, ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. They are waving Mozingo around third. He will score an RBI single by Luke Parker, and it is a 1-run ball game. Good piece of hitting there by Luke Parker. Pacers are right back in this one. Caden Blankenship will dig in now. Runner on first with 2 down. Blankenship 0 for 2 today. And the first pitch low and away to Blankenship, ball 1. Check throw to first base, not in time. Parker back safely. The pitch was a bit high, but the umpire calls it a strike nonetheless, 1-1. Right down the middle, and the count 1-2. Pitch outside, 2-2. Another check throw to first base, once again not in time. Another check throw to first, a bit closer this time, but again not in time. Runner goes, pitches in there for a call, strike 3. Oh, it doesn't matter what happens at second base as Blankenship goes down looking for the third and final out. But the Pacers are right back in it. Jackson Hannon led off the inning with a solo shot over the wall in left field. And Justin Bird and Joe Mazingo came home to score on a hit by Luke Parker and a ground out by Nick Tripp. It's 4-3 as we head into the top of the 7th inning. Top of the 7th inning, Chris Patterson leading it off for the Hurricanes. Jacob Fletcher back out there for another inning of work as his first pitch miss for ball 1. Well, Fletcher 1 for 2 today, a double in his last at-bat and a strikeout. In there for a call strike, and it's 1-1. The 1-1, outside, 2-1. Whoa. Foul tip as the bat goes flying towards the Pacer dugout. Everybody able to get out of the way in time. Gonna need to put a little extra pine tar on that one. A 2-2 count at the plate to Patterson. Fletcher deals. And that's high. Full count. And the payoff pitch. Popped up right-hand side foul territory. This one will just make the seats. This one popped up in the field of play. Outfield was playing shifted over, but there's plenty of hang time. Catch is made by Josh Sharp from left for the first out.
The left fielder, number 15, Jake Weintraub.
Back to the top of the order, and Jake Lindstrub still has not registered an at-bat yet. 2 walks and a hit by a pitch, and 2 runs scored, as the first pitch is in there for strike 1. And he fouls this one off, 0-2. Just a little outside, 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch just missed outside, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Fletcher finally gets Blindstrup for the second out.
Third baseman, number 3, Miles Hartsfield.
I'm going to bring up Miles Hartsfield. Hartsfield is 2 for 3 today with a pair of singles, a run scored, and an RBI. Struck out, however, looking in his last at-bat. 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the 7th. Pitch just missed for ball 1. Good looking pitch from Fletcher. Gets the call, 1-1. Just missed outside. Count now 2-1. Fouled off out of play, 2-2. Fouled off again out of play, and count stays at 2-2. just missed outside, and the count is full. And the payoff pitch just missed outside. Fletcher frustrated with the strike zone.
The second baseman, number 23, Corey Lee.
So a 2-out walk will bring up Corey Lee. Lee 0 for 1 today with a pair of sac flies, which drove in 2 runs. This pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Check throw over to first base, not in time. Another check throw to first, and again, not in time. Fletcher thrown with a little extra force over to the bag. And another check throw, and just a bit late. Hartsfield able to get back in the nick of time. Hartsfield's already been picked off once in this game. And he takes off. He stumbled, though. The throw to second. Not in time. Ooh, came off the bag, but he gets back just in time. Throw was just a little bit high. And that throw been on the mark. Hartsfield would have been out by a mile. So a runner in scoring position now for Lee. Count is even at 1-1 at the plate. Snap throw to second. Oh, and the ball ends up in center field. So an E1 on the throw puts Hartsfield at third base. One pitch misses outside, and it's 2-1. Ball gets away, and the runner comes home. No play at the plate. And a pass ball will give the Hurricanes their 2-run lead back. There's a ground ball to second. And the throw to first is in time to get the final out, but the Hurricanes get a run. It's 5-3 as we go into the 7th inning stretch. Back from the 7th inning stretch. Hurricanes lead the Pacers 5-3. Leading things off for USC Aiken will be catcher Marcus Mastalone, 0 for 2 today. First pitch in there for a called strike. McCollum back in there despite the tough inning he had back in the 6th. They're going to let him try to work his way through the 7th. And Mastalone lays down a bunt down the first base side. And the throw to first is in time to get Mastalone. That'll bring us back to the top of the order. Josh Sharp, 1 for 3 today with a single and a stolen base. Nobody on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Sharp shows bunt, pulls it back, ball 1. In there for a call strike, 1-1. Pacer crowd expressing their displeasure at the umpire. And the 1-1. Lined on out into center field. That'll be a base hit. Now Josh Sharp picks up the 1-out single. That'll bring up Jackson Hannon. Hannon wasting no time in his last at-bat, jumping on the first pitch and sending it over the left field wall for a solo shot in his last at-bat. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Pitch is inside for ball 1. And a check throw over to first base, not in time. The 1-0 in the dirt, 2-0. All right, down the middle, 2 balls and a strike. A check throw to first base, not in time once again. Sharp able to get back safely. Runner goes, pitch is high and inside. The throw to second is not in time. A stolen base for Josh Sharp. And a 3-1 count at the plate for Hannon. And the 3-1 from McCollum. Swing and a miss. Ooh, Hannon a little over anxious on that one. Swung at ball 4. And the count is full. Low and inside, ball 4. And Hannon wins the battle at the plate, draws the walk, and that'll put runners on first and second with 1 out for Justin Bird. Bird walked and scored in his last plate appearance. He's 0 for 2 on the day, however. Runners on first and second for the Pacers here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And we're going to have a little meeting at the mound. Might be the last we've seen of Nick McCollum. We'll take a short break. Be right back. Well, no pitching change. They're going to keep McCollum out there to face off against Justin Bird. Goes after the first pitch, pops it up. First base side of the infield, and the catch will be made. Infield fly rule is called. So 2 outs now for Joe Mozingo. Mozingo 1 for 3 today, singled and scored a run in his last at-bat. Runners on first and second for the Pacers with 2 down here in the 7th. First pitch right down the middle on Mozingo for strike 1. The 0-1, fouled off out of play, 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Checked his swing. Pitch was outside. And the count 1-2. Fly ball out into right field. And there to make the catch is Garrett Bradley to end the threat. Pacers leave 2 stranded as we head into the 8th. Hurricanes lead 5-3. And welcome back, folks. New pitcher on the mound. Pacers don't go to the bullpen. They instead go to shortstop and bring in Justin Bird, who will now be the pitcher as the Pacers lose the DH. Tyler Littlefield takes over the DH spot. He'll play second base. And moving from second to short is Caden Blankenship. That's the change for the Pacer defense. Stat line on Fletcher. 7 innings pitched, 5 runs, or only 4 of them earned on 5 hits. Or sorry, three of those were earned runs, not 4. As Justin Bird deals the first pitch, and this is a high fly ball by Alexander into deep center field, and on the track making the catch is Jackson Hannon. Ball carried quite a bit, but it stayed within the confines of the ballpark, just enough for Hannon to make the catch. Well, Reed Ragsdale digs in now, 0 for 3 on the afternoon. 1 out and nobody on. First pitch upstairs, ball 1. Hits the corner, called a strike. And the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. High and outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Counts all evened up again. Just missed a bit high. Full count. Foul tip into the glove of Mastalone. And a strikeout of Ragsdale means there's 2 away. I'll bring up the shortstop, Victor Sanchez. Sanchez, an RBI double his last time up. He's 1 for 3. Right down the middle with a fastball, strike 1. Pitch outside for a ball. And it's 1-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Two-two pitch upstairs and inside, and a count is full. We actually had a new catcher that flew in under the radar. Caden Ussery, who was the DH, has now moved into catching. And Marcus Mastalone, his spot in the order is being replaced by Tyler Littlefield. Payoff pitch, 3-2. A one-hopper to short off the glove of Blankenship and into left field. And they're going to score that in E6.
The right fielder,
Garrett Bradley will step up to the plate now. Bradley, 0 for 2, was hit by a pitch in his last plate appearance. Runner on first with 2 outs. Pitch low and inside for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. Fouled off, 1-1. One pitch from Bird. Runner takes off, pitches high and outside. The throw to second, not going to be nearly in time. Came up a bit short. It'll be stolen base for Sanchez. Fouled into the screen, and the count evens up at 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Inside corner, called strike 3. And Bradley goes down looking for the third and final out. One man is left stranded. The E6 didn't hurt the Pacers. We're off to the bottom of the 8th. Pacers down by 2. And welcome back, folks. A new pitcher in there for Georgia Southwestern. They've gone to their bullpen, and they've brought out Joseph Roden. Roden making his 11th appearance on the year. He has a pair of saves in the season, 1-0 record, and a 2.08 ERA in 17 and a third innings pitched. 18 strikeouts to 10 walks, only 6 hits and 4 runs, all of them earned. And opponents with a measly 105 batting average against the righty. The Pacers will send up Nick Tripp. He's 0 for 3, but he drove in a run on his last ground out. As the Pacers still trail by 2. It's 5-3 as we start up the bottom of the 8th inning. And the first pitch in there for a called strike, 0-1. Swing and a miss, high fastball, got him to chase, 0-2. And the 0-2 right down on the corner as Tripp goes down looking for the first out. Cade Nussery digs in. First pitch in there for a called strike. Ussery 2 for 3 today with a pair of singles. Struck out his last time up. The 0-1 pitch is upstairs, 1-1. Just missed outside, 2-1. Two one on its way. Upper part of the zone, 2-2. Ground ball to third. Grabbed by Hartsfield. He fires across the diamond. That will sit down Ussery as the second out. That'll bring up Luke Parker. Parker, 1 for 3 today with an RBI single in his last at-bat. 2 outs and nobody on for the Pacer right fielder. Curveball misses upstairs, 1-0. High and outside, 2-0. Fastball hits the corner, 2-1. Another fastball on the outside corner, 2-2. Fouled off out of play, and it is going to stay frozen at 2-2. Fastball missed outside, and the count worked full. And the 3-2 pitch. Fouled off, will do it over. Again, the payoff pitch on the corner, called strike 3. Parker down looking for the third and final out. A quick 1-2-3, bottom of the 8th. We're off to the 9th. Hurricanes still up 5-3. And welcome back, folks.
Leading off the top of the 9th, right fielder number 18, Garrett Bradley.
And Paul Hageman will lead things off for the Hurricanes as they face off against Jacob Bodkin, the new pitcher for the Pacers. First pitch missing for ball 1. Bodkin making his 13th appearance on the year with 2.63 ERA and 13 2/3 innings pitched, 11 hits, 4 runs, 11 strikeouts to 9 walks, and opponents batting .239 against him. Man at the plate, Hageman 0 for 3 today and currently has a 2-0 count. Oh, that came in and hit him right on the hip. And Hageman will take the pass down to first base on the hit by pitch. So Chris Patterson, the X-Man due up, 1 for 3 with a double. Flew out to left his last time up. And we're going to have a pinch runner in here for Hageman. That is going to be number 2, Josh Newton.
The pinch runner is number 2, Josh Newton.
And first pitch from Bodkin, going to try to lay down a bunt from Patterson. However, it goes foul for strike 1. Another show of bunt. Pitch just missed low. 1-1. Bunted foul. And the count now 1-2 on Patterson. And again, shows bunt. Here's a snap throw to first. Way off the mark. Good job there by Mozingo to make the diving play to keep that from going out into the right field corner. The 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count to Chris Patterson. Runner on first with nobody out here in the top of the 9th inning. High and outside, full count. And we got a pitch clock violation on the batter, Chris Patterson, and that's going to go for strike 3. Patterson down on strikes for the first out. That'll bring us to the top of the order with Jacob Lindstrom. Runner on first with 1 out. And the pitch in there for a called strike. Well, interesting enough, Lindstrom was the beneficiary of the pitch clock violation as he drew a walk. And Jacob Fletcher violated the clock. And this one fouled off out of play, 0-2. Lindstrom 0 for 1 with a strikeout in his last at bat. 2 walks, a hit by a pitch, and 2 runs scored. And this one is lined out into right field. That'll be a base hit. 1 out single for Lindstrom, and that'll put runners on first and second for the Hurricanes with only 1 out. And that will bring up Miles Hartsfield. Hartsfield, 2 for 3 today. A single, a double, 2 runs scored, a walk, and an RBI. In a way, his runs are the difference maker, as both the runs he scored are unearned in the book. And the Pacers trail 5-3. Pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Now it's the Hurricane fans' turn to let the umpire know their feelings. They're not too happy with that call. That has been par for the course today. On the corner, called a strike, 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Hartsfield down on strikes for the second out.
Second baseman number 23, Corey Lee.
Corey Lee digs in now. 2 outs and 2 on for the Hurricanes second baseman. 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to second in his last at-bat. Also has a pair of sac flies, which have driven in 2. And the first pitch right down the middle for strike 1. The 0-1 just missed outside, 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Here's a chopper to short. They'll throw it to first for the third and final out. Hurricanes leave 2 stranded. We're off to the bottom of the 9th. The Pacers need 2 to tie, 3 to walk it off. And welcome back, folks. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. Pacers are trailing by 2 as Dalton Graves is going to come in to pinch hit for Caden Blankenship to lead things off here bottom of the 9th. Or correction, they're going to leave Caden Blankenship in, actually. Correction. Swing and a miss from Blankenship, 0-2. Now, they had Dalton Graves getting ready to come into pinch hit, but I guess they decided to keep Blankenship out there after all. Blankenship 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts and currently facing an 0-2 count from Roden. Pitch misses outside, 1-2. Missed outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch. Sent on out into left field. This is going to be a bit of a run, and this one's going to go off the base of the wall. Blankenship heading for second. It is a leadoff double for Caden Blankenship, and it is the right call to keep Blankenship in the lineup as he starts off the top of the inning the right way. And so now we're going to see Dalton Graves come up to the plate in the number 9 spot. Runner on second, nobody out for Graves. And the first pitch upstairs and outside for Graves, 1-0. Down the middle, 1-1. upstairs, 2-1. Lower inside corner called a strike, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Inside corner called strike 3, and Graves goes down looking for the first out. That brings us to the top of the order. Josh Sharp digging in now, 2 for 4 today with a pair of singles and a pair of stolen bases. Runner on second with 1 out for the Pacers left fielder. Pitch missed low and inside, 1-0. In there for a called strike, and it's 1-1. Swing and a miss. Sharp a little bit out in front that one, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Ball was dropped, tag applied, and Sharp is down on strikes for the second out. That'll bring up Jackson Hannon. Last chance for the Pacers here. Hannon is 2 for 3 today, a walk in his last plate appearance, a single, a stolen base, and a solo home run back in the 6th inning. The Pacers could sure use another long ball right now as they have a runner on second with 2 outs. Leadoff double by Blankenship. In danger of going to waste, but before we can see what happens next, a visit to the mound. We'll take a break. Be right back. And we're back. The visit on the mound comes to a close. Jackson Hannon will dig in. Runner on second with 2 outs. And the first pitch is inside, but called a strike. And the 0-1 in the dirt, 1-1. And the the 1-1 pitch. Checked his swing. Did he go around? No, he did not on the appeal to first. And the count now 2-1. 2-1 pitch is in the dirt, and the count 3-1 on Hannon. And the 3-1 upstairs, ball 4. And a 2-out walk to Hannon brings the go-ahead run, the winning run, at the plate. So it'll be Justin Bird. Bird, who's 0 for 3 today, but he's walked and scored a run. Part of that 3-run 6th inning that the Pacers had. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. And this pitch is upstairs and inside, ball 1. Plenty of action in the Hurricane bullpen, just in the chance that Roden can't get Bird. Down the middle, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Ooh, not sure if he tried to swing through it or tried to hold up, but either way, he went right through a high inside fastball, and the Pacers are down to their final strike. And the 1-2. Missed outside, 2-2. Inside corner called strike 3, and Bird goes down looking for the third and final out. Well, that will do it. The Hurricanes take game 1 of the series by a score of 5-3. Pacers drop to 25-15 overall. They're now 17-5 in conference play. Hurricanes improving to 22-14, along with a 15-7 mark in the PBC. Well, these two teams will be back in action tomorrow for Game 2 as the Pacers try to knot up the series at 1 game apiece. First pitch is scheduled to go off at 2 o'clock p.m. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. And for all of the final stats, be sure to head on over to PacerSports.com for all of your stat needs. But until tomorrow, I am Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us, and have a good one.